So we have a bit of a new take on M&A in the biotech space today. Elan is selling a 50% stake in its multiple sclerosis drug for $3.25 billion to its partner Biogen. Now, Rob, you've covered this space probably longer than I've had myself out doing this kind of thing. What's this deal all about?
Well, what happened is, okay, so Elan has 50% of this drug, okay, and their partner, who also sells the drug, the problem is their partner is in charge of selling it in most places.
Right.
Their partner is introducing a new drug onto the market, and they have several other competing drugs. You have to wonder if you're Elan, you know, if basically, and this drug makes up all of their sales, basically, in 99.999% of their sales. You have to wonder if you're them, okay, if you're Biogen, are you going to sell a drug you get 100% of the stake in, or are you going to sell a drug you get 50% of the profits in?
So you're saying Biogen has several other multiple sclerosis type drugs it could sell. I mean, what's the incentive for them to do that, though? If they own a 50% stake in something, why not just keep selling it?
Why not? It's profitable. It makes a lot of profit. They want to control it, and also it adds to earnings per share because they've got a lot of cash sitting overseas, especially in Europe. What they can do is they can use that cash instead of sitting in a bank at 1%. You can buy a chunk of an asset which is growing very, very nicely.
Right,
so that makes sense for them.
So, but they've got other drugs they think they could sell.
Yeah, they do sell a couple of other drugs, and more importantly, they're interested in another drug which has had phenomenal results in clinical trials.
Right.
And the danger for Elan is that, okay, maybe Biogen will go out and sell this drug in preference to the drug they already sell.
So why not just sell itself? Why not sell the whole firm?
Well, that's what traditionally biotech companies do. They spend a decade or so developing a drug, and so usually when they don't want to sell it, their baby, essentially they want to sell the whole company. What Elan's doing is they're reducing their stake. It's not selling entirely. They're going to get it's about 12% going up to 18% and perhaps more if the drug.
So that's the royalties they're going to
get. Royalties, exactly. And they're getting $3.25 billion in cash up front. What they're going to do with that cash? So that's the big risk.
Issue. So here's this firm which is basically a one-trick pony, give or take. Gets lots of money in, has got guaranteed, well, to an extent guaranteed revenue for the next few years. Yeah, and it sits there with nothing else to do but look at its cash going.
And the danger is going to be like, we're going to Disneyland, go out and just buy like biotechs left and right. And investors obviously fear that. The stock's down about 8-9% today.
Right. They have said they're going to give some money back to shareholders, but have they stipulated how much?
They said they haven't said at all how much. Again, investors seem to fear that they're going to blow the money in acquisitions instead of.
And they have a track record only in producing one drug, so why on earth would one ever assume they could go out and...
Well, the problem is that there are lots of big pharma companies with tons and tons of cash out there as well, and big biotechs with tons of cash as well. So they're not, $3.5 billion. I mean, Pfizer's got multiples higher than that, and so do all the other companies. So what advantage do they have? Probably none at all.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Rob, thanks very much for that, and we'll be back with more breaking views tomorrow.